Dad Mod's Media Machine presents the Brews with the Dudes podcast.
All right, so did we establish that Donnie says milk with an E?
It's not milk with an E.
But it's pillow with an E.
It's not pillow with an E either.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another Brews with the Dudes podcast. I am Jake Lindquist.
I'm Donnie Allen.
And with us is Adin Briggs.
Hello.
The dude, the originator, the genesis of this terrible voyage.
Yeah, you do.
I don't need all that praise. That's fine. That's okay. I am not the captain of the ship.
No,
sure?
but you are a key component in this thing's origin story.
So I'm the keystone to all the trouble that's going to happen.
There it is.
Are you the key master?
I am the key master. Are you Gozer?
For $20, I mean.
Wait, okay, so that's a Ghostbusters reference,
It is
right?
If anybody
Nice.
sitting at this table, you're the only one of age that should get that joke. So I was gonna say you should know that.
Yeah, Rick Moranis.
Yeah, there you go.
He was a legend when I was coming up.
He was.
Which is hilarious because it's Rick Moranis. You look at the guy and you're just like, really? You were a movie star?
Yeah.
But it was
I
kind of
don't
nice
know.
because it gave like short, ugly guys like me a chance. You're like, oh, I could grow up to be like you.
Yeah. So what happened?
He got beautiful, obviously.
Well, thank you. That's
Beautiful.
great.
Beautiful.
That's
is the word
great.
you
It's
would
nice
use?
to have somebody at this table that's like slightly complimentary of
That
me. because-
recognizes
Yes.
the effort you put in.
Thank you.
And you don't
I'm-
have to put in that much effort.
I'm
Oh,
the one that
that's
brings you back
glorious,
to
thank you.
reality.
Yes.
Just when you think you're going good, I'm just gonna kick your knees out from under you.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. I can always count on you to be a shitbag.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My day's going bad. Guess how your day's gonna go?
Oh, that's great. Then these days, that'd explain it. Oh, fucking A. So, Aiden, tell us a little bit about dad life.
Oh, my God. So she finally started, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, sleeping through the night.
Oh, my
the
God.
wife or the kid?
The kid.
Okay.
Oh my God! It's just 12
it's-
hours, just a whole fucking stretch, just out of the blue,
It's the
one night.
Best thing
Oh
in the
my
world,
God.
isn't it?
It's wow.
How
glorious.
old is she now?
She is 5 months.
Oh, God. 5 months with no sleep.
Yeah,
Well, you could have fixed this.
yeah.
If you were just taking our advice from last time,
I don't remember what that was.
put it in a closet.
We did.
Okay.
Didn't fix
We
it.
talked about a lot of things last time.
It's true.
So I was like, well, how dark is he going with this?
Well, are you guys gonna get like booted from YouTube if we talk about what we did talk about?
I think. Wait, is that the
I don't know.
episode titled something bondage?
No,
No?
that was
You sure? I think Aiden's.
Alan.
Oh, that was
That was
Alan.
the other A friend.
That was right.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I think the episode you were in only has like 20 views.
That's probably about right. I am the key master.
Your wife is probably 17 of those.
She is, and it was just critiques after critiques.
Well, if you think about it, like that's kind of the ideal person to be your biggest fan
It's true.
because they got to look at you every day.
It's true.
That's probably a recipe for
Do they
success.
though?
What's that?
Do they have to look at you?
Well, they don't have to, but if they choose to, it's better.
Does she choose to work a different shift than you?
Yes. Wait a minute.
Like that's why I only see her twice a month.
Strange.
But distance does make the heart grow fonder.
Yeah, you should move to Cleveland.
No one should.
No. Cleveland should move out of Cleveland.
Sorry, Cleveland.
Yeah, if we have anybody
Well.
from Cleveland watching this, which probably not because that would require internet. We're sorry.
So, what year do you think Cleveland's operating in right now?
Oh God.
Are they in the 20th century?
I'm
Or
gonna
are they
say
in the 20th century?
pre-war.
Pre-war.
Which war?
Oh, wow.
Revolutionary. Is that what we're talking about? Okay.
They're still
make
waiting
sure.
for the signal of the guys on the boat and if they're coming by land or sea.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what was the battle fought in the movie 300? What was that?
Oh, it's Spartacus,
It
right?
was
It was-
Spartacus that's a different thing. God damn it!
Oh,
What
okay,
is
I
that?
think so.
Spartans
Spartans, there we go.
uh,
I had a specific person, not a group of them.
You had some letters put together.
Persians.
Sure, we'll go with the Persians.
I thought like
Those
the
are Persians.
Persians, maybe.
I've only seen the movie one time.
Okay. Yeah, that's well. Yeah, okay, because he kicks somebody and says, "This is Sparta."
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's all I remember.
So if we ever make a feature movie,
Historically
I just want to
accurate.
like kind of kick someone in the ankle and be like, "This is Sparta."
Aiden, would you like to be in a movie?
No. No, thank you. I'm going to renege on that. That's all right.
What?
Renege? It's a word.
What's with the thesaurus guy over here?
I know.
I was
words.
gonna say this is racist, but I'm
Not. No,
It's like, wait, come again? What?
Aiden hates everybody.
Yeah. He's
fine.
an equal opportunity hater.
I do. Everybody
Actually,
sucks.
I think
They do
that's
kinda suck.
Fuck
quite
you.
the opposite.
Alright. That's fine.
I actually think you're probably somebody who loves humans more than most people.
I
I thought you were going to say more human.
You're a
than
humanist,
human.
right? But
yeah,
you're also
but
like
do you really want me to get into this about people?
Yeah, remember, I got to be upstairs at 9:30, so we don't have that
We
much.
don't.
That's true.
We don't have the time.
That's true.
I can do it.
So on the next
Yeah.
episode, guys, we talk about his problems, I guess.
It's a lot. Be prepared.
It's going to be a mini-series.
You're gonna want a therapist.
Oh man. Well, it's funny. Like we were kind of talking about that a little bit earlier about like the
Therapy?
yeah, but just like people in general,
Oh,
where
yeah.
it's like that's kind of all we got when you really think about it. Like
Yeah.
like we don't have our cars. Like we drive them. They're there, but like they don't give a shit about us. Like in the end, it's really like all we got is each other. All we
yeah.
got is humans.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So it's like it's kind of a bummer
Use-
to have that perspective to just like hate everybody.
Yeah, I think we need more uplifting spirits out there.
Yeah.
A lot more of like, hey, you're doing a good job. A lot more
Don't
fucking attaboys.
Don't look at me for that.
You're doing a good job. You only have 17 years and, 7 months to go?
Yeah,
You got
I was
this.
like, you're getting really
Probably.
specific. What?
His daughter's 5.
Yeah, exactly.
months,
Months.
Yep.
not years yet.
That makes sense now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could just put that much effort into
Loving
either
everybody.
of those, loving or hating. I can't hate somebody. I mean,
Just
that's
like-
just too much.
It's true.
I
I
can
I
love
hate
people,
people that
obviously,
go
but-
5 over in the fast lane. If you're that guy, fuck you. I hate that.
Only
Think-
5 over.
Yeah, the left lane is to break the law. I'm sorry. If you're in the left lane,
yeah, I
you
just-
should be
I
afraid you're
agree.
going to get
I
a
agree.
$200 ticket, not 5 over the speed limit.
So, what do you think is the best approach? We're going to talk a little bit on
Ram
that.
them off the road.
So, if you're somebody who is choosing, like, say, the flow of traffic in the right lane is literally the speed limit. So it says it's 70 posted. They're going 70, and you want to go 75. So you're going 75 in the other lane, but you're noticing people are catching up behind you. Do you increase your speed to pass
Yes.
and get in front of the other person?
Absolutely.
Or do you slow
No,
down?
you speed up and you fucking get out of the way.
Okay.
And then you wait for an opportunity for you to go back into the left lane and go slightly faster than everybody else. Mm-hmm. That's how that shit works.
Cool. And we have solved all the problems of the
Why is
road.
this? Why is it that hard?
It's
No,
not
I don't
complicated.
know.
It's not complicated.
So many people just don't seem to understand that.
That's how it moves.
Yeah.
If you're doing 10 over, you can cruise in the left lane until somebody who's going 15 over gets behind you. And then you scoot your ass over, you let them get by, and then you go back into the left lane.
Definitely.
It's not hard. It's
And
not
then you
rocket science.
tailgate them, and then you hunt them down, and then you stab them.
The dryer's going. That's what that noise is.
That'll be good on the podcast.
That's fine.
It'll go at some point. And,
It's actually probably warming up the basement slightly.
oh, well, then we'll leave it on.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Just take the clothes out of it, open the door, and push the button. That way it gives a lot more heat.
I say you should open the dryer, grab the first 3 articles of clothing
Oh,
that come
God.
out, and we're going to put them on.
20
This
bucks.
is gonna end sexy.
$20 says it's the kids' clothes.
Oh, that'd be
You're gonna get a
hilarious.
shirt with a unicorn on it. How do you feel about Batman, Aiden?
I'm all right with Batman.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Then I guess I'll get a onesie from Ember.
That's perfect.
That'll fit on your head, I
Yeah,
guess.
something like that.
You can use that to
But
dry
I
your
got that
mouth.
space heater right behind me. This whole chair. Oh my god, this chair is hot.
What's
to touch.
hilarious is you guys got the space heater over there. I have the air conditioner right there.
Yeah, but you're like closer to death, so it's fine.
Oh, that's good. Thanks. How bad would you feel if, like, I actually was?
Closer to death.
Yeah,
I
we just
mean,
find out some horrible
statistically
thing.
speaking.
Like, I'm gonna have a brain aneurysm tonight. It's just
God.
gonna haunt you the rest of your life. Like, oh fuck, I really said that.
What's gonna happen to the shoebox?
Asking the real
good
questions
question.
here.
Because I know what's happening to the BMW, and you're gonna hate me for my answer.
You know what? Like, that's actually...
You know what? Fuck you, Donnie.
Let's go to the scrapyard.
Damn. If I can't have it, nobody will.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna get buried in that shit.
You know, that's an interesting thing. I feel like so the wife and I, we've got our wills already all done and everything, but we haven't updated
I
it in
forgot to do
like
something today.
5 years. I think we haven't updated it in like 5 years or something like that. So obviously we need to tweak it ever so slightly. No, less than that.
Well, you got kids now,
Because
so now you gotta figure out what
our
they get.
son was born, but yeah, no, that's right. Because we figured all that shit out. So actually, it was a little bit more recent. But
has
what I
no
haven't
clue.
figured out are like the toys. That's actually a really good question.
Like vibrators?
Yeah, well, no, those are all accounted for. Those are going to the mother-in-law. No,
I really hope Carrie doesn't watch this.
no, your mother-in-law.
Oh, that's fine. She fucking needs it.
Yeah.
She's so stressed.
No, so the toys, like, should there be like a plan for them?
Oh,
and what should that?
absolutely.
How in depth should that plan go?
I have most of the stuff in the garage. It's not in writing yet, which I really need to put into writing, but I have most of the shit in the garage figured out where it's going to go. You would get a car, but you're not going to get the car you want.
I would get a car.
Yeah, you'd probably get the bus, because I know you'd get it done. I know you would finish it.
Just abject look of disappointment.
Oh, wait, I get
shit.
the Volkswagen. What?
I don't even
No,
get
your
the
daughter gets the
Nissan.
E30,
Come on.
right?
Maybe.
Oh, damn, that's
Maybe.
cold. 10 years, 15 years into the future,
She's
when
gonna
listening
she's
to
gonna
this,
watch this. She's like, fuck
she's
you,
gonna
Dad.
wake you up with stomping on your nuts.
She's gonna wait till I'm older and say, I'm just gonna unplug you.
There you
Fuck
go.
you. The E30 would probably go to Dylan, only because he needs a win and he needs a fun car, and he doesn't have a fun car, and I feel awful that he doesn't have a fun car.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully you live long enough that he's got plenty of fun cars
oh, I
in
hope
the
so.
meantime.
Then it would go to probably Harper
Yeah.
or the motorcycle.
I feel like that's one of those things that, like, it could stand to be updated, like, frequently. Things change. The car changes.
Friends change.
If
Life
that thing
changes.
becomes like a 500 horsepower beast, I don't know if you'll want Harper to have it. But see, that's where the specifics can come in. You know, where I go like, okay,
Harper can have it,
so,
but you have to detune it down to 300
exactly,
horse.
where it's like, it you know, it almost has its own page where you're like, okay, so here's who gets it, but here's the person assigned to detuning it. So
That's
okay.
That's brilliant.
Jake
actually.
needs to put a smaller turbo on it, or needs to do a smaller wastegate spring, or
But what if you're
make it
dead? So then
NA.
I have to like.
But
keep
then you
adding
assign
people.
a second person. You assign backups in the same way that you would with like your kids.
That would
if
suck.
you
So you
drop
could
dead.
you could potentially be the fourth person in line to work on the car that's going to somebody who's second in line to get the car.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's just potential for failure, but fun failure.
exactly.
I could see you with the Miata like giving the car to somebody but selling the hardtop separately just because it's valuable.
Fuck that. $2,000 hardtop. Are you
God.
kidding? Holy shit.
Could see you like leaving it to your daughter, but be like, "Yo, no, you need to learn the struggle. I'm going to sell this separately." Though. you go
probably.
find the hard parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'd say detune it, but
Miata.
it's
It's,
not.
it's,
It's already
you know,
slow.
I was gonna say, how do you detune a Miata?
You can't.
Take the bus.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm allowed to make fun of the Miata.
You are.
because it was my Miata. So
Yes, you know it's
totally
slow.
fine. Oh yeah, but it's so much fun to drive.
It is.
Second favorite car,
What's your favorite?
the BMW.
Boo.
I'm sorry.
Miata should be on the top.
This would be
That's just
great
a
so the
fact
viewers
of
are
life.
not hearing this whole
No,
part.
we're whispering like this.
That's good. That way they can really lean into the speaker and then.
And then
we-
we're
And
just-
then you hear Jake go, "Oh, that's great. Nobody's gonna hear this part."
Somebody's cranking up their volume. Ears blow out.
Where does the Miata go? What is the story on that?
Where does the Miata go? You know, I don't. It would probably go to my wife because she does love driving it and she's small enough to reach the pedals. Because it, you know, it's a small car, she still has to scoot all the way forward. Though. Yeah, I guess it would probably go to her. I mean, it's not going to go to the kid because
No, she can't fucking drive.
she can't drive. She's 5 months
Yeah,
old. What the
barely
fuck
hold
she
it-
gonna
Right.
do?
Barely hold her hair out.
So
Yeah.
the way you both are talking is like, well, we're gonna drop dead this year, so here's where it's gonna go.
I mean, all things considered.
It's supposed to change
Yeah.
once a year, though.
The next variant will come out and it'll just wipe us all out. Just car guys, though.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, come on.
If you've ever had
I gotta get
five,
into something different.
We
Have
call
you
it the
ever
autocron.
if you've ever had 5W30 on your hand, you just drop dead.
5W? Oh, man.
Yeah, we're all fucked.
Yeah, we're all done.
Yeah. No, maybe not you.
He only puts 1540 in everything he owns.
That's probably about right.
It's because the previous owner of the
Subaru.
Miata beat the shit out of it, so it ticks slightly.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It starts up really nice right away, but then after you turn it off and then turn it back on, oh yeah, it's clacking
it?
all around.
Does it?
Oh, constantly.
What'd you do to it?
Nothing. I'd baby the shit out of it. You, on the other hand, let's go to
kinda-
Brainerd International Raceway.
There's no video evidence to support your claim.
That means there's video evidence, and I need to see it.
I'll start digging in the
I
archives.
think that might be pre-Dad Mods.
Yeah, I think it might have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Dad Mods is 4 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
I had
something
the
like that.
BMW. This is my
5.
sixth summer with the BMW. Yeah, so that's pre-Dad Mods.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, buddy. There's pictures.
Take 'em.
Not on the track, though. I mean, it's at Brainerd, but it's not on the track.
It's like the clatter was so bad you can see it in pictures.
You just look at it and be like, oh, yeah, that's making noise.
It's like, when you take a picture when it's dark out and so it has to increase the shutter speed. So there's like waves and stuff. It's like everything is perfectly still except for like the engine.
It sounds about right.
It's one of those pictures that, depending on how you look at it, it changes.
Yeah. Like a hologram?
Yeah, so you turn your... Oh, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. It's a big word.
That is a big word. We're proud of you.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm learning stuff tonight.
Fantastic.
All right, so what's the game plan for the Miata? Because you were talking about supercharging it.
Yeah, the kit's on its way. Well, okay. I
think
lied.
We had you on here like, what, 5 months ago? 4 months ago?
Yeah.
And the kit was on its way.
Well, so I
So
bought
what
it in
happened?
December.
Okay, we're in February.
Yep.
So where's it at? Why isn't it done?
There are more things that need to be produced and then lumped into the box, and then the box has to get put into a bigger box, and then the bigger box has to get shipped down to the shipyard, and then it has to get put onto the ship, and then the ship has to come all the way across a big lake.
You mean ocean?
Big lake.
No, they're completely
And then-
different. Lakes or freshwater.
And then it comes off of the ship, and then it gets put onto a truck, and then it goes to a distribution center, and then the distribution center has to get put onto another fucking truck, and then that fucking truck has to come all the way to my home.
Yeah, but you work at the post office. Can't you just cut out the
It's
middleman?
probably coming by UPS. I don't know what to tell you.
If they're smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, they looked at you like, yeah, I don't want him carrying this.
Yeah, they don't.
And that, kids, is how I met your mother.
Yeah.
There's one more piece waiting to be made. Actually made. They have to make the fucking thing.
What is it?
It's the neck that comes off the supercharger.
Okay, so that's pretty important.
Yeah, so it is pretty important. So we're actually waiting on actual parts for it.
Okay.
Everything else they have, it's all packaged up and ready to go, but that's just that one part.
And like, are you the only guy in the world who needs that part?
I
So
guess
they're just-
fucking
they're just-
so.
They're like,
I
shit,
don't know where the fuck it's coming from.
we're gonna do this the next time we use this material, but we're not using it right now, so we're not gonna fucking make it.
Yeah, they just don't make one and have it be on the shelf. This is the
Weird.
only supercharger kit made for the Miata, but just plumb don't fucking have one.
That's strange. So it's made in the U.S.?
No, it's actually made in Great Britain.
Oh, there's the
Weird.
problem.
Yeah,
That's the
so it's
problem.
got to
They're
come
all on
all
tea
the way
time.
over. They are.
Yeah.
Well, there's a bunch
Long
of big
tea time.
soccer events going on over there too, so they're probably waiting to the summer when there's no soccer, and then they'll
Soccer.
get back to work.
Soccer's
Yeah.
weird.
They're on a soccer break.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, soccer's weird. You're fucking weird.
Yeah, but soccer's also weird. I can call up my own. Fuck off.
It's not weird.
Soccer's weird.
So what is
Fuck you.
what is the net gain of the supercharger? What,
4, probably.
and a half or
Yeah, maybe the half when it's cold out.
Downhill, if he turns the AC off.
Yeah, yeah.
It's actually, I don't think that car has AC. Now that I think about it.
It does actually.
Why?
I don't know. It's a
Fucking roll-
convertible.
Yeah, put the top
Weird.
down.
Yeah,
AC.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't
I
understand.
don't know why they have it.
I
It
don't
doesn't make
understand why
any
that,
sense.
I don't understand why that car has heat. When you ever gonna be in Miata, be like, I'm cold. Exactly.
Yeah, I
you
don't
don't
have
need
an answer.
fucking heat.
No, you don't.
Don't need heat. You don't need AC. Look at that. Mazda, we improved your car. Don't need
you know,
that shit.
there's literally a guy running around town that has like 28-inch tires on a Miata. Like I think it's lifted slightly and it's got like
Well, it'd have to be.
all terrains. Or snow, maybe they're big snow tires.
Yeah, I've seen that guy.
It's black and it's like lifted and crazy looking.
Yeah, that's
I think I know
badass.
who you're talking about, actually.
So I mean, he needs heat.
He does, but Aiden doesn't need heat.
Aiden doesn't need
Most
heat.
people who drive Miatas don't need heat. And I'd say probably the majority of Miatas probably sold in California. So you
That's a
need
good
heat
question.
and
I
you don't
wonder.
need AC.
I don't know.
You need a slot for like your hairbrush. And there you go.
have
And
one.
your blow dryer.
I should
Blow
put one in
dryer,
there.
maybe a little slot for your lipstick, and there you go.
Yeah, it's perfect. Done. Hairdresser's car.
Jesus.
But for how much it puts out, I think it's anywhere from like 110 to 120.
Oh,
so
we're talking
it's-
about the car.
Yeah, we're
okay.
talking about the car.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot. But that's, for me, that's not the point of it. I just wanted to have something that has a little bit more linear power to it, better throttle response, and a little bit more fun to drive, and that's going to suit the bill.
So you want a
So-
BMW then?
No, because that breaks often.
Not if you put Nissan stuff in it.
No.
I mean, it is leaking a little bit of coolant.
Yeah.
That's not its
What
fault.
else is wrong?
The brakes are a little soft. The alignment's off.
So a couple things.
I don't have AC. I don't
Oh.
want AC though.
Yeah, that's
It's
just.
got, it's got
nonsense.
great heat though. The heat is fantastic in that car.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it's Nissan. Well, where the heat
BMW.
source is coming from, then it goes through the BMW vents and kind of cools down a little bit, but it's not bad.
All right.
Good quality.
But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it should be a fun little car once it's actually done. I
So-
don't know when the stuff's getting here, but that's
Are we? Did you say 120 horsepower?
yeah,
Okay, so like 120 at the wheels though.
sure.
Wait, what does it make from the factory?
90?
No, that makes
Oh,
more than
wow,
90.
really?
No, not for the 1.6.
Oh,
1.8
shit,
made
that is the
110.
1.6. That's right. That's got the 1.6 in it.
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, so 120. You're gonna feel.
Well,
that
that's
a
a
little bit.
serious
yeah.
bump then.
Oh, it's a huge bump. Yeah, what, like 30%
Which is
more?
hilarious. I mean, like we're talking a jump from 90 to 120. Like maybe with air-cooled Volkswagens, that's like they're
Yeah.
comparable. But
Right. With anything nowadays,
holy
like a
shit.
30 horsepower bump and like even just your run-of-the-mill pickup, yeah, you're not going to feel that
No.
whatsoever.
Yeah,
It's
you're
too
gonna,
big
you're
of
gonna
a
have to
trap.
double it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in that
Yeah.
little car, you'll feel everything.
I have to
absolutely.
assume the torque is going to be where it affects it the most, though.
Yeah.
Torque
I
comes
would
on
think
way
so.
sooner. It's probably a more like if it's a 30 horsepower net gain. I imagine the torque is even a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
You know, if it makes like 75 foot-pounds, it probably brings it up to 100 plus foot-pounds. Maybe
If I'm hitting
110.
triple
That's fine, right?
digits, let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm going to be happy.
For
Becau-
sure.
Because for what it has, it's it's nothing. It's
Still
just
gonna be a blast to
truly.
drive.
Yeah, it is.
You know what's funny? It's like we, as car guys, so often get in this like dick measuring competition of horsepower figures, but like not enough people acknowledge that a lightweight, good handling car can have 100 horsepower and be an absolute blast
Oh
to
yeah,
drive.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and every car is built for a different purpose. I think too many people forget that. Going back to the whole like "don't be a dick" thing that we were talking about earlier, like that's something I want to see in the car community is like just accept people,
Yeah.
I mean, except for the bro dozers. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, you're not not into
But
that.
You always
no.
got to have somebody that you shit.
Oh yeah. I think we can all agree the bro dozers can fuck off. But yeah, it's like my BMW is built for a purpose. It's not everybody's purpose. It's not a drift car, but it's a purpose I want it to suit. Versus somebody with a 240, like they might want to build a drift car, they might want to build a drag car with it or whatever. So like, why knock the style?
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, I've owned kind of a gamut. I've had a lifted Jeep. I've had I got
Sol.
the OBS. I have the turbocharged Del Sol. I've got an LS swap shoebox now. So I've-
Subaru that needed a new motor that still needs a new motor.
that's true. I had a turbo Subaru. No, did not. That thing was solid. No, you rode in that thing. Things was a fucking rocket when we were done with it.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was awesome.
That was an awesome car. So I find myself kind of torn because it's like, well, I've got the shoebox and that's a lot of fun. But I really miss the little Hondas. I miss the 100 and some odd horsepower, little lightweight things that feel like you're on a a go-kart.
Yeah.
Just a shit ton of fun.
So your game plan was to buy a $10,000 motorcycle instead of buying a little Honda.
Oh, well, I've already got a car. No, I'm
fair
just
enough.
like looking back and going like, it's silly that dudes kind of get into this mindset where it's like bigger is always better,
yeah.
more horsepower is always
not
better. And it's so silly because you miss out on so much fun with cars.
Well, yeah, because like your Miata would run circles around, we'll say, a 65 Mustang through Jay Cook.
Yeah,
You know,
easily.
the Mustang's going to pull in on the straights, but any corner, you're just going to sit there and laugh and giggle, and they'll be like, oh, shit, I got to slow down and be all swirly
Yeah,
and whatnot.
they have too much horsepower and too much weight for that kind of driving.
Exactly.
Whereas, you put
Yeah.
it on a quarter mile and it's going to eat the Miata up.
Oh,
And it's-
yeah.
Obviously, it's
I
purpose built for one thing.
My mountain bike might take you on a quarter.
Your mountain bike would. You could have a flat tire and one of the rims bent, and you would take the Miata on a quarter mile. It is
Yeah,
a
it's-
slow car.
I think too many people forget that every car kind of has a purpose.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
my little spiel. My little soapbox.
That is a nice little soapbox. I
It is
think
a
we
little
can all
soapbox.
agree on that. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people build E30s for drift cars, which I get, whatever. But it's like, I don't want a drift car. I don't. Like,
Are you feeling pressured to build a drift car out of it?
No, like I said, on social media, you see a lot of drift car builds and stuff. Or people are like, put a BMW S52 in it or whatever. Like, no, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, you did your own thing.
Yeah.
So I'm in
Do
a
your own
different
thing, okay?
No.
So Ella swapped the Miata.
Put a K series
that would
in
be
it.
a lot of fun. Oh, a K series would be such a
Yeah,
blast.
I fully
Can't do
support
it.
the K series.
Can't.
Why?
Because
Why?
it's expensive.
It's really expensive. Those
Okay,
adapters.
we already
and-
talked
my
about
God,
selling your
yeah.
house earlier. Sell the house. K
I-
swap that.
I mean, yeah.
Buy
K
a
swap
tent.
the house.
Buy a tent.
K swap the tent and the house.
Nice.
Why are we K swapping everything?
It's just the way to go.
Fuck.
Why not? K swap the kid. You
It could.
think 12 hours of sleep is nice? Where'd you get 15?
By K swapping?
Yeah.
K swaps
Or
brake
no.
often? Is that what we're talking about?
I don't know.
Then I'm really not K swapping the
I don't
Miata.
know what you're saying.
I have no clue what I'm saying either.
Okay.
Get rid of the kid, have a K swap.
Yeah, there you go.
Sell the child.
Yes.
Slavery or just
Inflation.
What?
No, prices are going up. You get a premium right now. I mean,
A premium on kids?
yeah, why not? Everything else is going up.
we are not the Catholic Church.
No. When I would say bury her in the backyard, I said sell her. There's a difference. You know?
Oh,
Barrier in the cellar?
No. The Catholic Church in Canada that buried kids in the fucking property and all that shit. Yeah.
Shit is dark.
Oh, it's so dark.
Very dark. Well, because it's in the ground. Of course, it's dark.
Wah, wah.
Anyways.
Anyways,
yeah.
So you want to talk about feeling like you're kind of shoehorned by owning a BMW, where you're like, well, everybody wants me to put a BMW motor in it, or everybody's like building it as drift cars or whatever. Try owning a classic.
I can
I
see
can't
that.
imagine
The
what you go through.
old timers, there's like a couple of different mindsets, we'll call it that. So there is especially with these old Fords, the Ford cars, because they're the lead sleds. You know, they're the cars that get the roof chopped, and they're kind of a Honda Civic of that era. Like, they get modified like crazy. And so you've got a couple of different mindsets, and you've got the guys who say all original, do not convert it to 12 volt because that's sacrilege. Keep the flathead motor in it at all costs. The steering is marvelous, and never change anything
It's like
with
driving
that.
the Titanic.
Yeah, they're sketchy. And then you've got the custom guys, custom with a K, and they're the ones who are chopping tops, and they're doing like the big radical body changes, and they're putting like DeSoto grills on the front of them and all this kind of stuff. They're changing up body components significantly, and they're more accepted than like the younger guys who are like, throwing LSs in them or 2 JZs or like whatever we can get our hands on and just toss into these cars. Like we kind of catch the most shit.
K-swaps.
Yeah, K-swap.
2 K-swaps.
You know, I actually looked into putting the SR20 into it.
I know you did.
Yeah,
And I'm
but
really glad you did it.
Well, and I found that it's like just for the weight of the car, it was going to feel too weird. It just wasn't going to have the
feels great
the
in
torque
my
at the
car.
right time. Yeah, your car's 2,500 pounds, so it's perfect for that thing.
How much does the Ford weigh?
3,000.
Because it's American.
Big girl.
Yeah.
Like
she's a
everything
big girl.
American, it's a little
It
bit
actually
heavier.
weighs less than the Subaru did.
No
Which
shit.
is wild. The Subaru was like 3,500 pounds.
But the Subaru's newer, so it's got all the safety shit in it. Though,
Precisely.
too.
Yeah.
Has the lack of death.
You'll
things.
walk away at 30 miles an hour.
Oh, dude, the crashes for those Subarus are fantastic.
But the Ford.
Yeah. No, the Ford is a little dicey. Yeah, that's
that
a
was questionable.
down the road. There'll be some reinforcing going on in that thing.
I hope so. Holy
Yeah.
shit. That thing would crumple.
Yeah, it's pretty
Pin
bad.
down.
It's funny, when I was growing up, the mindset of all of our parents were like, oh, it's a giant car, so it's safer. It's more solid. No. So if you take a, I'm trying to think of a good comparison. You know, if you take a water balloon and you throw it against the wall, it's going to compress before it pops, right?
Yeah.
If you take a cinder block and you throw it at the wall, what happens?
It's just going to
It's
explode.
just two hard things colliding, and it's all that force and it's shock, and the shit breaks and explodes and whatever, right? It's the same effect. There's a YouTube video.
I know which one
where
you're talking about.
is it the Impalas?
Yep.
Yeah. So a modern Impala and a classic Impala head-on collision. I think 30 miles an hour, driver's corner to driver's corner, and it was terrifying. Like
Yeah.
it put the dash into the driver's seat on the classic, and on the modern, I don't even think it touched the engine.
You would have been bruised because the airbags went off, but you easily would have walked away from it.
You probably would have driven the car away from it. Like it was pretty
Yeah,
jacked, and
it's
that
an
front
Impala.
tire was
Let's not
pretty
get
fucked
too
up.
far. You-
Yeah, but it barely was affected.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Compared to
Crazy.
I think they used a
Yeah.
64 in
Yeah, it was like a 60. Oh, it's sacrilege.
I know. Or 65.
Something from the 60s, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah,
Motherfuckers.
crazy, craziness.
Crazy.
Very crazy.
Don't
Yeah.
get us started on the Miatas.
They have airbags. The fuck, why? This just doesn't make any sense to me. I know they probably put them in there just for the safety regulations that they
Yeah,
had at the time, but we know what's going to happen. You're
yeah.
going to die.
Yeah.
Come on. Don't just put a balloon in there and say, sorry, you're fucked.
A balloon.
But you put a roll.
Really?
You put a roll bar
Yeah.
in that.
I
didn't
did
you?
put a roll bar in it because I don't like death all that much, and
Yeah,
I would
so that'll
rather
help.
survive.
That'll help a little bit.
That'll help
That
a
helps
little bit.
if you roll, but if you get like, if you cross into the bike lane and hit somebody, you're done.
Like a child, yeah, I'd probably crumple around that little engine like
Kid on
nobody's business.
a mud puppy.
yeah, kid's got the helmet on. You just form around them.
Mongoose just destroys it.
Yeah. I should probably put in some reinforcement bars as well. You know, some
It could be worse. You could own an old Volkswagen bus where you are the crumple zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
yeah.
death. It's fucking death. You sit in front of the fucking front wheels.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Oh my god, you're right.
Well,
you sit on top of them.
Yeah, you sit on top. Your legs are in front of them. So if you get in an accident,
Oh
you're
my
definitely not
God.
walking away. You might live, but you're never walking again.
No. They have so much space in the back, so that way you can carry wheelchairs and crutches with you. So when you get into an accident, you can just heft yourself into the back
Just
and
wheel away.
wheel away.
Oh my god. Is that why they made the auto stick?
Probably.
The people lost function to the left leg.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
when you
went
think about it,
there.
that's terrifying. Yeah, so something's gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
Some kind
obviously.
of tube work up
No,
in the front
that's
there.
what will happen. We'll reach out to some people and we'll get a cage built, hopefully.
I wonder how hard it would be to actually move back the driving position, and if it would really
I don't think
ruin
you-
the look.
I don't think there's any way you could do it.
Does the door kind of like, does it open basically at the corner?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you move anything back, the steering wheel is going to be in the way of getting in.
Exactly.
Right? Okay. Oh, that's a shame.
Yep.
Because even if you could go a foot or two back, then you could do some serious tube work in the front of that. Because it's a frame on body.
Yes.
Or, yeah, body on frame
Yep.
car.
Yep. So we'll do some tube work of some kind. I don't know what. I'm not putting a big brush guard on the front of it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Big cow pusher.
Yeah.
Nice, beautiful car, and then that ugly ass thing
Monstrosity.
up front.
Amazing.
We'll paint it in Volkswagen blue though, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Match.
Wait,
Perfect.
so it'll be
exactly.
an orange car or orange van with
a big
a
blue fucking brush guard on the front.
Are
of
you
it.
Blippi?
Blippi?
Blippy?
Blippi?
Blippy?
Blippi.
Blippi?
Wow.
Well, okay, sorry, Mr. 1980s.
You guys don't know who Blippy is?
No, I don't know who Blippi
You have
is.
children. You don't know who Blippy is?
So, have you met my children? I don't hang out with them.
All right. So we're gonna deep dive on Blippy here for a minute.
Okay.
Okay. So Blippy is like kids' obsession. So
Okay.
Cocoa Melon. You've heard of
Oh, yep,
Cocoa
I know-
Melon,
I know
right?
Cocoa Melon.
Blippy is bigger than Cocoa Melon.
Fuck Cocoa Melon, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that the
don't-
doo-doo
don't-
shark thing?
Oh, yeah, Roman knows all
Yeah.
the words. Which is really just doo-doo shark.
Doo-doo shark.
That's the words.
Great.
Great songwriting. It's almost as good as a Nickelback song.
Almost.
Yeah, almost. You know, if they had Chad Kroger do the vocals to Doo Doo Shark, straight Nickelback song.
Platinum. Great.
It would at least go platinum in Canada.
Doo-doo shark. I love that. So Blippy. Speaking of doo-doo.
You gotta go take a
Okay,
shit.
so Blippy is a YouTube sensation. He's crazy huge. I mean, like millions and millions and millions of subs. The guy makes like $40,000 a day
Jesus
from
Christ.
revenue from his
We
videos
are in
and
the
shit.
wrong business.
Yeah. What the?
You want to
So-
start? You want to start a YouTube channel?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's the craziest part, though. It gets way fucking crazier. Okay, so Blippy wasn't always Blippy. Blippy did a video before he went out and did these kid videos. So apparently he was just desperate to go viral. He did what's called the Harlem shit. He made a video where this guy who's making kids video. All right. Okay.
the
So
Harlem
there's
Shake.
there,
You know
there's
Harlem
this
Shake, right? Okay.
bathroom that is hideous colored, and they're doing the silly dances and stuff like that in there, and the song's playing, and then all of a sudden it changes, like it, he's shitting on his friend. He's hovering over his friend, blasting diarrhea
Oh my
onto his
God.
friend.
I draw the line at that. We're not gonna go viral for that, so don't ever ask me
Oh,
to
no?
shit on your chest.
No, well, I mean, see, he's done everything in his power to try and
Why?
I shit on
scrub.
your chest though. Don't worry.
No, it's not just chest; it's all of his friend.
Oh
He
God.
just it rains. It's just chocolate rain on his
It's
friend.
like a 5-gallon bucket of mud. Just dumped it out.
It was just his desperate attempt at going viral. But
Did it
then
work?
he
His friend
got
is now viral, obviously,
Well, yeah.
because
Yeah,
he's got viruses on all of them.
done. He's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. His friend is no more. Buried somewhere.
Far away.
Probably in the cement foundation of a large building.
Yes.
No,
I
so
wonder what his will says.
Please don't shit on me. God damn it.
His tombstone says died of shit. No, so Blippy has like
Shit
spent
happens.
crazy amounts of money to try and like erase this from the internet, but Reddit still has it.
Well, I was
So
gonna
it's
say-
still saved somewhere on Reddit.
Just say at
but-
$40,000 a day. Like, how can you not make that disappear?
Yeah, so it's the Streisand effect though, because you're trying to hide it so desperately, it draws more attention to it.
Yeah.
and so people are making efforts to save
This
the
is
video.
the first time I've ever heard of this. I'm curious,
Deep
but
dive.
I don't.
The video's hilarious. It's not like you're watching it. You're not like looking at his asshole, but you've got a view from the. Okay.
Oh,
So-
God.
No,
No, we're good. We're good. I don't want to see some dude taking
Oh,
a dump on
see,
somebody else's chest.
You guys are such pussies. So, yeah, it's crazy to think like there's an interesting story behind a lot of shit, but this one's extra juicy. It's so juicy because
You are using words here.
Yeah, you're surprised
Bad.
not use juicy to describe this.
I mean, it is. It is.
It is.
But we don't. Chunky is a better
I mean,
word.
I'm gonna
No,
send
it's
you
not.
a link. And
That will
you're
never
gonna
be
click on
opened.
it.
Yeah.
No.
And I'll be like, you should see the rack on this one, and you're gonna click on it. It's gonna be the shit video. It's gonna be great. You're gonna be so glad you saw it. Oh, give me a fucking break, you two. Jesus Christ.
We've never been on Rotten.com or anything.
No.
yet.
Yeah,
Not like
exactly.
that. What's Reddit?
exactly.
I don't know.
Is that some Christian site?
I think it is. It's very Christian mingle.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's any.
Do you have a transition from this?
How do you transition from getting shit on?
This episode is brought to you by Taco Bell.
That's it. Here's the video. Found it. Thumbnail of scat porn. Yes, that's what it
Scat
looks
porn.
Wait.
Isn't scat kind of music?
like.
Yes.
I think it's like a way of singing.
Okay.
It's awful.
So could
but-
you?
You could do both at the same
Can
time.
you find a scat song that's really good? And like, oh, that's scat porn. Like, it's so good. You're like, wow.
Yeah. I bet you could.
Like car porn.
Kind of like, car
Yeah.
porn, design porn.
Scat porn.
Scat porn.
Scat porn.
Safe for work, scat porn.
You
Just
good?
kidding.
You find what you're looking
No,
for?
don't worry about what I'm doing. You two just
I
chat.
am
You
very
just,
worried
like-
about what you're doing.
So I gotta find this video of dudes shitting on each other. And you
Found
found
it.
it. How did you? I'm actually a little surprised he doesn't have this like saved in his phone.
Well, I had it saved, and that's what I was frustrated about
He's
because
got
I
like
couldn't
pictures of
find
his
it.
wife and his kids, and then this. The fuck? Does he have a motor? Does he have a bicycle helmet on?
Yes.
What the fuck? You let your kids watch this?
This? No. Is it done?
It should be.
No, it's done. Oh my
So if
god.
it's not, I'm just gonna go upstairs.
Don't.
Don't shit on each other, people. That's not cool.
No.
Was it norovirus? Is that what you would get?
You die of dysentery.
So
of it.
Blippi has 14.9 million subscribers.
Even though he's got a video of him shitting on somebody.
Yeah, even though there's
So
that.
what are you and I doing wrong? Because we don't have a video of
You're
somebody.
not shitting on each
Well-
other. Obviously, that is
Yeah,
the key
that's
to suggest.
for sure the
That
problem.
is the keystone.
So what are you doing this weekend?
Shit on.
Getting shit on. It's time to make
Obviously.
our own version of the Harlem shit video.
God.
Most popular. Yeah, we're talking 853 million views on this video.
Jesus Christ.
Blippi's huge. Like in kids shit, he's Brad Pitt. Like,
Like
isn't that crazy?
he's eye candy to the kids?
I mean, I hope not.
Okay.
Although there's a Facebook group called Blippi After Dark.
Oh no.
It's mostly just like a bunch of fat white girls with blue hair squawking about stuff. It's
Again,
yeah.
you know way too much about this.
Well, I mean, like
Technically, it's after dark.
Blippi's so interesting because here's the kicker. It's
I like how you started to defend
no
it.
doubt. This is the craziest part, though, of all of the kid shit that's out there on the internet. Blippi's fantastic. So, knowing that insane video,
Did you
that was the
potty
first thing
train
that
your
he
kid off
did.
of his videos?
No.
We have to start from the origin and work our way up.
Yeah.
This is the downfall
Oh
of man.
my god, could you imagine? Well, and the best part is knowing that like so many kids are going to grow up having watched Blippi. I'm amazed you two don't know who he is, because if you say Blippi in a group of 100 parents, 98 will know and you will be the two that don't.
That's
It's
fucking fine with me.
amazing to me that you don't.
I've
So
never
look
heard
it
of
up. And that's the thing is like it's actually really good. Of all the crap that's out there, it's
pun
actually
intended.
really good kid videos. It's educational.
Because there's a lot of crap out there.
It's educational. Like it's not like nonsensical. The songs are okay. It's funny. Like check it out. You'll be just shocked because you'll watch it and you'll be like, I can't believe this guy shit on his friend.
Yeah.
I love that you're
This
both
is
just
like
like
hearing
"Yeah, nothing to
Mr.
say."
Rogers just got blumpkined by somebody on
Yeah.
national television.
Yeah, Mr.
It's
Rogers
not
likes to
that
be
far
pegged.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on in his neighborhood this weekend? I don't know.
You know, he's got a few friends coming over.
Oh, is that the mailman with his package again? Like, Jesus.
Yeah,
God.
so it's nuts. So look it up. Watch a Blippi video with your kid. Your kid might be just a hair too young.
Oh,
to
yeah,
get,
she's way
like,
too young.
get caught
She
onto
doesn't even
it.
know who he is.
If you put Blippi on, guarantee your wife knows who Blippi is. If you put
guarantee you
Blippi
she
on
fucking doesn't.
with the kids in the room,
Do you wanna
they'll
go
be
find
like,
out?
"Oh
She's
my
like,
god,
she's
this
right
is
there."
great." Which is literally on the other side of the curtain.
No, she's upstairs.
Oh, gotcha. Ask her after this, and we'll report back to the people.
I'm gonna tell you she has no clue who you're talking about.
You might be surprised.
I bet you I won't be.
A lot of moms knew who he is.
Obviously, you know who he is.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of handsome, so I think that doesn't hurt the case.
He gets turned on by the shit.
Look at this guy.
I'm sure that's what it is.
You look like you got FOMO.
We got FOMO?
Yeah, you're like, fuck, am I missing out?
I'm not
I'm
missing
missing
out.
out on Blippi.
Oh, no, my kids like watching Gojira music videos and Slipknot and shit like that. Kids are all fucked up.
Okay. Great. So have you watched all the Saw movies with your daughter?
Not yet, but we're working on the second
I
one here
have to
real
catch
quick.
up to this guy.
I have to hold her
Oh, we
eyes
don't
open.
watch that. We do watch.
What do you watch?
We don't watch.
It was
Saw
just
videos of that.
Showgirls the one time.
Let's see here. Currently, they're watching The Fifth Element because
Nice.
they just got done watching Independence Day. Harper wanted to watch an alien movie. I'm like,
Nice.
fucking A, we're gonna watch Independence Day then.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was Roman's turn. I'm like, what do you watch? He's like, another aliens movie. I'm like, okay.
So you watched Aliens?
No, we watched The
Damn.
Fifth Element. I thought about that, but
That's
it's
too much.
Here's the funny thing. I asked the wife, I'm like, should we watch Alien with him? Like, it's fantastic. And it wasn't. I was expecting like, no, it will scare him too much. She just replied back with, it's a little slow.
Might get
good point.
disinterested. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, all right. So not the fact that like an alien like comes out of somebody's chest and all that, and it's
Yeah.
technically a horror film, but it's slow.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I'm glad that's where we draw the line. Oh, can they watch Freddy Krueger? Well, the pace is pretty quick. Okay, cool.
So they watched what was the movie Fifth Element?
Fifth Element is what they're watching now.
Currently.
And then Harper asked me an interesting question the other night. So, oh God, what's his name? Ruby Road character just got introduced to the movie and whatnot. They just got to the Floss in Paradise. You see Ruby Road and all that, and he's doing his whole little flamboyant spiel and all that. His little leopard.
Mm-hmm. That's
Wha-
Chris
wha-
Tucker for those
Yes, Chris
that
Tucker.
might not know.
He's in his little leopard onesie. Like I don't
Yeah.
know what it's fucking called, jumper.
Yeah.
And Christine's like, "Is that a guy or a girl?" Like, it's a guy. And she's like, "Why is he acting like that?" I'm like, "Why can't he act like that?"
That's Chris Tucker.
Like, who
Chris
cares?
Tucker does whatever the fuck
Yeah,
Chris
yeah,
Tucker wants to
exactly.
do.
That's kind of, I didn't say exactly like that, but that's kind of what I said. Like, where's the man? He's just being himself. Just always be yourself. And she's like, "Oh, okay."
Look how easy that conversation is.
Look at that, done. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
Who cares what he's doing? Don't worry about him. What about
Yeah.
you?
Is he a little weird? Sure, but
Yeah.
whatever. He's not harming anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, in the movie,
in the movie
yeah.
a little bit, maybe. I mean, young girls really liked him. That's a very kind of questionable in that movie. He lined up, and there's like a bunch of tweens. and then he
Oh,
fucking,
I
like,
thought you meant like in real life.
No, real life,
Like
I don't know
we're
what to
waiting to hear of like the the Michael Jackson story, but for Chris Tucker.
No. Yeah. So yeah, they watched that. We just watched Independence Day. We went on a whole like end of the world / disaster movie streak.
That's
Good to get him
great
on
to
that
expose your kids
existential
to.
crisis
So-
immediately.
Get that kick in right away.
we
This
watched-
is what the world's like.
We watched
Congratulations.
We watched 2012, which is literally about the end of the world.
Yes,
We
it is.
watched The Day After Tomorrow.
Also about the end of the world.
Yep, sort
Jesus,
of.
dude.
And Twister.
And not the end of the world, but
Yeah,
fuck
just-
Kansas.
Yeah, fuck Kansas, Oklahoma. That's fine.
Y'all need some Blippi.
I don't need fucking Blippi. You don't need no fucking Blippi.
Enough of your
No,
fucking Blippi.
fuck you and your Blippi.
You'll need some Blippi. Hey, you guys heard of Blippi? No, what is it? He shits on people. Wholesome
It sounds like
comedy
I'm
stuff.
spreading a religion.
It kind of is.
Y'all need some Blippi in your hearts.
He's going to door knocking. You guys have heard
I'm here to
Blippi?
talk to you about Blippi.
Oh
Lord
my
and
God.
Savior.
He's got 3 videos on his phone. He's showing people.
Should I go look for Mormons that are walking the neighborhoods and be like, "Can I talk to you for a moment?"
Would you like to see Old Testament Blippi? Oh my God!
Blippi used to not like Selfish, but
Fire and
most people are okay with
brimstone.
it now.
Coming out of his ass.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Blippi said playing with cow skin is bad, but he also likes football, so we're just gonna look over that.
Page. We make our own rules.
You and your fucking Blippi.
The Blippi. Yeah.
Do you have a Blippi T-shirt? Oh my god.
My son has Blippi
I have
pajamas.
Blippi. Do you have a matching pair of pajamas with them?
I don't think he makes adult size.
Okay. And so you don't have a pair of pajamas? I was gonna say like, you need what like.
I'm too fat now.
like
Like, I'm
T6?
short enough, but I've gotten wide.
So you need 2 T6s cut in half and sewn together.
Huh. Okay, I'm gonna test that theory.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, please do.
It's cut to well, like if you think about like sewing, like you're gonna have to cut it probably at an angle and attach the two at an angle, so it's probably gonna turn into more of a dress because it'll fan out.
That's fine. It'll work just fine. You just
But then it would be short.
You
So
you can wear your Blippi dress.
would it
or
be
you
like
watch
putting
Blippi.
a tutu up over your pecs, like just
Well,
fan out?
I think you have more
So
of a
pretty.
moob thing going on than anything else.
More of a what?
Moob?
Moob.
Man boobs?
Man boobs. I don't have
Moobs?
moobs.
No.
When I worked out a lot, I did.
Okay, it usually doesn't work that way.
Yeah, big old pecs.
No, pecs and moobs are two completely different things.
Yes, they are.
If you're holding your infant and they try to latch on, you have moobs.
Oh boy.
But if like you cough and like you pull something, you have pecs.
Yeah. Do you have
difference.
moobs? You sound like you know a lot
No.
about this.
I don't have moobs.
Okay.
I'm just average.
You're
Like,
just
I'm like in
average.
between.
I have average moobs. I have
No,
A
I'm like-
cups.
Yeah, I'm A cups. I got raisins.
You got raisins. What about you, Aiden? What are you sporting?
Did sports bra.
Are they reversed?
It's just a big
Any
cup.
pecs?
Yeah.
So
Goes
you like
right into
lay
my
on your back
chest.
on the couch and like eat soup out of it?
Oh my god, that's a good idea.
When you lay in the bath, does it look like a couple of tide pools?
Yes. Ice cream in the other.
Rubber ducky in this one floating.
You got a fucking thing of chips and some nacho cheese going on over here. Just like,
I am getting so many good ideas.
What kind of nacho cheese? Are we talking queso on one side?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, you could go queso and like the yellow cheddar nachos and just have a bowl of chips sitting in the middle.
That's a good idea.
You have options.
That is a good idea for my weird shaped body. Thank you for elucidating me about my dietary decisions.
We're here to help you.
Thank you. I was at a loss for so long.
We like to build up self-esteem down here.
Yeah,
It's true.
We build you up and then Donnie breaks you
Fucking
down.
kick you in the
What do I
knees.
do with my inverted tits? I don't even know anymore.
Fucking queso bowl.
Baseball. Fuck yeah.
But there's all sorts of options. You can get a fucking tech deck and do a fucking like skate thing going on.
Maybe it's a half pipe.
Yeah, half my thinking. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh my god. I don't know what to title this episode, man.
Fucking
There's a lot of good lines in it.
If you
Blippi.
title it Blippi,
I don't know.
more people will watch.
Like queso tit ball is pretty good.
that is pretty decent.
Queso tit bowl. Yeah, there you go. Somebody will click on that.
What the fuck?
Probably
are these people
Blippi
talking
fans.
about?
They're like, oh, well, yeah, we watched Blippi. Yeah, queso tit bowl. Yeah, we should click on that too.
Oh man. It's good shit.
Fucking hey.
That is good shit.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I got
Anything
nothing
else
else.
about your
I
body
need-
you want to talk about?
many things that a doctor should probably see.
Gonna update
quite
us about
honest.
the hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's the old saying go? I'm not a doctor, but I'll take a look until he gets here.
Yep. I got
Do you
latex
do that
gloves
to
with me.
the women up at the mall?
At the mall. Have you seen the women at the mall?
I have.
They probably shouldn't be at the mall.
Yeah. It all
They
got
should-
better when they put on masks.
They should definitely shop online.
Yeah.
All right. On that,
Well-
on that bombshell.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfect. Well,
Aiden,
you're not
Hi.
perfect. You're close.
I'm here.
thank you for joining us, man.
Thank you for having
This
me
is
once
always
again.
a laugh.
I'm glad you had fun.
Well, it's okay.
One of my favorite parts of having you on, really just hanging in general, but these days we're mostly hanging on the podcast.
That's what it
is.
is.
I feel like we spend the hour plus just laughing nonstop. the
If we
entire
don't
time.
fucking do that next time, I'm gonna be so fucking angry at you goddamn
If it's just
people.
like
Well,
awkward.
I'll just go
and-
upstairs and play with my dogs then. Then it'll be fine.
all right.
Yeah. Look at that. Problem solved. You have a bad time, go play with the dogs.
Is your Saint Bernard gonna jump over the fence? Because he looks like he's right. Like when he stands up, it's like
Honestly, I think
Chest.
he's too fucking stupid to do it.
yeah.
That's good.
He's dumb as shit.
It's good to have a dumb dog that can escape but doesn't.
Well, he
He's
can't.
dumb he's loyal out of being stupid. I have a dog like this. He
Yeah.
can jump our 6-foot fence.
Yeah. Too stupid to do it.
Too stupid to do it.
Yeah.
He has trouble getting on the bed that is 2.5 feet off the
Like,
ground.
if you leave the gate open, he'll get out. But yeah, 100% right. He stands up and he can easily look over the fence. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, I'm going to have to move the snow or something. But he doesn't fucking go for it.
Mm-hmm.
He barely goes up the stairs. He was afraid of the stairs for the longest time.
Yeah, I had a dog that was like that.
Took like 3 months. And I'm like, dude, you're massive. Like, how are you afraid of the stairs?
How'd you get him over it?
So I took...
Kicked him down?
No, I was getting him up the stairs. What I did is I placed treats like every
That's a good
every
idea.
like 3 steps or whatever. And he slowly worked his way up, which was awesome. And then he got stuck on the landing for like an hour.
That's how I conquered my fear too.
Treats.
Treats.
Yeah, that's cool.
One up, one each stair.
But he wouldn't go back down then. And then we have like 3 stairs going the rest of the way up. And he wouldn't go up those other 3 stairs. So he just stayed there for like an hour. And then he finally went upstairs. And then he went to go downstairs. And I just kind of like...
Now he's having a blast going up and down the stairs and he's conquered his fear.
Well, and the shitty thing is 120 pounds. He just sounds like a person. So I'm like, oh, who the oh, yeah, that's the dog. That's the dog coming down the stairs. Like, there's been so many times he's come down here. I'm expecting to see the wife, and it's just his dumb fucking face.
Yeah, but he's happy.
Yeah, because he's stupid.
Queso Titbull.
Yeah,
Queso Titbull.
Is that the name? All right.
All right.
Thank you very much, ladies and
Thank you,
gentlemen, for
everybody.
joining us for Queso Titball.
Yep. And on the next podcast, we talk about what you can do with your other any.
It's terrible. You don't want to know.
Other clue how to end
What
this.
other any?
Yeah, some people have other innies.
Belly button or vagina or
Whatever.
Are vaginas supposed to be naturally innies?
it's supposed to be?
Supposed to be. Yours is slightly
Yeah.
an outie.
I mean,
Mine is an
post birth they might not be.
No.
They might fall out. They got to tuck back in. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week for another episode of the Brews with the Dudes podcast.
See ya.
Bye bye.